So I just, for me, presentation, I think for this group was the issue. God, your project, it's one that we're going to do. So, there's a whole lot you could have done if you would have taken maybe an extra half hour, an hour. It wouldn't have been that big a deal and wrapped this all into what it is that you were trying to accomplish. Okay? So who's the weakest on this team? Abraham.
I'm going to say Evan.
Why?
Just, we kind of get a negative vibe off of him. Because we'll tell him our ideas, we're all putting the ideas together, putting the pieces together, but then he'll come up with some kind of problem.
Evan, are you whiny?
No,
You come across whiny.
I want to make sure that the best product gets out there, and I like to think literally about what we're presenting, because you're going to think literally about it. You're not going to think, oh, we could do something off of this. You're going to think literal about our presentation, and I love his idea, and I just want to make sure that it comes together.
I know, but are you that guy that lives to be the devil's advocate to everything? Because that's a pain in the butt. People like that. Are you that guy?
I guess so.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
So if anybody says, hey, I'm so excited, you're the one that's like, well, you got to think about. Are you that guy? I have those people on the team, and I have assistants that keep them away from me. And whining about, well, I don't know. We've always kind of, it's just annoying. Because see, if Naomi gave me an idea, I'd question everything.
I just think
I would, because you don't stop. So if maybe part of it is the trust issue. Do you trust them?
No, it wasn't that.
I'm not asking you. Is it because you don't trust?
Honestly, I didn't trust this idea.
Do you feel the same as Abraham?
Yeah, I do, 100%.
So he's the weakest player?
That would be my say for this week, yes.
So did he do less work than everybody else?
No. That's strictly he and I butting heads.
But you lost. So maybe you should have listened to him. And there's people who come across as like the naysayers of everything. Which one are you?
Right now, I'd say that I'm the naysayer.
And it's because you don't trust the outcome?
I guess so.
I mean, I hate to say it, but he was right. You lost.
We won the first week, and he was naysaying the entire time the first week, too. And he didn't trust, we showed him after a win that he can trust us. He can trust our idea.
Luz, who's the weakest?
Naomi.
If you're the project leader, who are the two that you'd bring back?
I would bring back Evan and
Dominic, what about you?
It would be Evan and Naomi.
Why Naomi?
What was Luz as a point as far as pertaining to this week? There wasn't a lot of focus on main points.
I'm going to say Evan and Luz.
All right, you guys can go.
I communicated with each and every one of them. I gave them the task.
What did they do wrong then?
It was just like I said before, Evan's attitude kind of affected our flow, and I feel like that could have been a problem.
Who should go?
The three of us, I would say Luz. I think she kind of sits back and waits to be told what to do, and she doesn't really put anything on the table.
I add a lot of positive comments to what they have to say, to the projects they have in mind. And sometimes I also feel like they don't really listen to me. I know my way of being is different to theirs. Like for example, earlier today, before we presented, I kept asking Abraham, what are we going to say? How are we going to present? I'm still trying to get myself together. And because I told him what I wanted to say.
Okay, but were you left out? I mean, did you not have anything to do in the process?
I did, but
What's
we
worse,
had it.
somebody who asks annoying questions or somebody who doesn't talk?
I think it's someone who asks annoying questions because
So who do you want fired?
I'm going to have to go with Evan on this. I don't want anything against him as a person. It's just that the team dynamic needs to stay positive.
Do you agree with that?
I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because if we don't address the negative and we just go blindly positive, then we're not going to see how our flaws will happen or what could go wrong. If we don't try to plan it full scale, see the entire circle, we can't truly have a good presentation if we don't try and answer all the questions I couldn't raise.
I screwed up in this game today. I should not have promised you that you're not being fired. The reason is because I think that you brought the two of them in here. These other two are the ones that screwed up. We only cut you off in the presentation. Your presentation wasn't organized. You see what I'm saying? I think everybody liked you, and I should have never said, I've never done that before, but, you know, I think that you know that. I do. And I think that you guys have to figure out how to deal with people who are not the same as you. I really do. It's hard. Even for me, I think all of us in this room, the way that we lead sometimes is a frustrating experience because we allow people to impact the way that our group delivers programs and services in this community. I have people that sit back just like Lou's. For a year now, I've sat and talked about Be the Change. People who work half as much as other people, who sit back and never get involved, but yet they still work for us. And we got to stop. I mean, I think everybody in this room would agree that we've got to stop allowing people to not be involved when they should be. But the presentations why you lost. And you had it organized, and the two people that you had scheduled in your presentation didn't do it. So I'm confused at why they're here.
Maybe I'm not saying it, but I'm definitely thinking that
Are you playing the game?
definitely that means.
Lose. You're quiet all the time. It's never a whole lot that you're adding. And right now what I'm looking at is who's going to work for us, be the intern, advocate, talk, communicate with everyone that's out there. And the truth is that the game is played this way. I probably would have told Abraham that he's got to go. I do think that you want this. I think, Evan, you've got to get to a point where you actually try to listen to your team. Luz, you don't say a whole lot. While I think you've done a good job, you're fired.